Hi students, welcome to PhD Jobs and Admission. This is Gauri. So in today's session, we are going to see Pondicherry University's PhD entrance test, research methodology subject, preparation tips and tricks. So in today's session, we are going to see PYQs on research methodology at Pondicherry University's PhD entrance test. So specifically, we are going to see the PYQs of 2018 and 19 years. So after viewing this session, all of your doubts relevant to research methodology will get clear, as well you will get an idea exactly what type of MCQs they ask you under research methodology subject at PhD entrance test. Okay, as well most of the PYQs get repetitively asked in every year, that's why you will get an idea for that as well. So now let us begin with this session. So students, as you know that there is PhD entrance test at Pondicherry University, under which they will ask you 50% MCQs on research methodology and 50% MCQs on concerned subject. So to qualify this PhD entrance test, all of the students have to score 50% marks. So to qualify this entrance test, we provide you research methodology complete course. By the use of this course, all the students can guaranteed qualify PhD entrance test by scoring more marks in research methodology. In this course, we provide you full syllabus video lectures under which theory and MCQ lectures are available. We provide you full syllabus notes and mock tests. So we have 10 mock tests like this. Each mock test contains 40 MCQs. That's why overall you can solve 400 MCQs. By solving the mock test, you can understand how much your preparations are done and how much amount of preparation you need to do. We provide you more than 1500 MCQs revision PDF. By the use of this revision PDF, all the students can revise all the topics in a single PDF, and they will guaranteed get 80% MCQs from this PDF only out of 100% MCQs in the research methodology section of the PhD entrance test. And all of these study materials will be available in Hindi and English, both the languages. So students, if you want to buy this complete course, then for that I have given the link in the description box of this video, or else you can contact me through these WhatsApp numbers. The course fees are only 699. In these low fees, we provide guaranteed selection to all the candidates, so that all the candidates can guaranteed qualify the PhD entrance test. Okay, so now let us begin. The standard error is a statistical measure of what? Now, what is the definition of standard error? Exactly, this is a statistical measure of what entity? The clustering of scores at each end of a survey scale, the extent to which a sample mean is likely to differ from the population mean, the normal distribution of scores around the sample mean, the degree to which a sample has been accurately stratified. So students, exactly what is this standard error? So the standard error is nothing but an extent, okay, to which sample mean is likely to differ from population mean. So basically, whenever we need to calculate the standard error, then what we do? We subtract basically the sample mean from the population mean. Okay, population mean minus sample mean. Okay, so students, basically this is the estimate of standard deviation of sampling distribution of statistic, usually the estimate of parameter. Okay, are you getting? So just remember this, that standard error is nothing but a statistical measure of the extent to which a sample mean is likely to differ from the population mean. Okay, how much your sample mean is different from the population mean. So the measurement of that, the extent of that is nothing but what? Standard error. That's why here your correct answer should be what? 2. Okay, we would make type 2 error when? Now whenever we make the type 2 error, we accept false null hypothesis, we accepted true null hypothesis, we reject false null hypothesis, we reject true null hypothesis. So students, whenever we do type 2 error, in that situation there is null hypothesis, and this null hypothesis is basically what? False, and still we accept it. Okay, still we accept it. So students, here your correct answer should be what? 1. That is, we accept this false null hypothesis. Okay, so students, apart from this, we provide Pondicherry University PhD entrance test paper to study material as well. By the use of this study material, all the students can guaranteed score more marks in paper 2. So students, in this study material, we provide full syllabus notes and MCQs. So in the MCQ section, we provide you most expected MCQs and PYQs. By the use of these most expected MCQs and PYQs, all the students can guaranteed score more marks in paper 2 and they can qualify the PhD entrance test. Okay, so students, the subjects that I have mentioned on this screen, on all of these subjects, we provide paper 2 study material. If you want study material for any other subject, then you can ask me in the comment box. So students, the paper to study material fees are only 999, and in this low fees we provide guaranteed selection to all the candidates. To join our courses, you can contact me through these WhatsApp numbers. So students, this paper to study material will be helpful to all of you to basically qualify this entrance test and as well to qualify the interview session, because in the interview session examiner will ask you lot of questions on your concerned subject. Okay, among the following techniques given below, which of the following is not a type of non-probability sampling? Now they have given you different options for sampling techniques and they have asked you about the sampling technique which is not a type of non-probability sampling. Not a type of non-probability sampling means they asked you to select the option which is a type of probability sampling. So students, if you can't understand the meaning of question in a first time, then repetitively read this question twice, thrice, then you will understand what they have exactly asked you. Okay, so now let us see different options: convenience sampling, snowball sampling, quota sampling, stratified random sampling. So students, if you see all of these sampling techniques, then you will understand that convenience sampling, then snowball sampling, quota sampling, all of these are the types of non-probability sampling techniques. In this sampling technique, you basically select the samples by using non-random sampling techniques. Okay, so the remaining option, that is stratified random sampling, is a sampling technique which is not a type of non-probability sampling technique, and this is a type of probability sampling technique. In this sampling technique, we select the samples randomly from the target population. Okay, that's why here your correct answer should be what? 4. If the coefficient of correlation between x and y is 0.28, covariance between x and y is 3.36 and the variance of x is 9, then what is the variance of y? Now here they asked you to calculate the value of variance of y and they have given you some values. They have given you the value of coefficient of correlation between x and y, which is 0.28, okay, and it is denoted by COVXY, and it is nothing but what? 0.28. They given you the value of covariance between x and y, okay, which is nothing but what? 3.36. okay. So students, here so COVXY is denoted for covariance between x and y, and it is nothing but 3.36, and coefficient of correlation is denoted by R, and the value of this is 0.28. okay, and they have given you the value for variance of x, and this is nothing but what? V of x is equal to 9. okay, now there is a formula for this. What is the formula? The formula is R is equal to covariance between x and y, which is denoted by COVXY, upon standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. Now all of you know that standard deviation is nothing but what? Square root of v, or v is the square of standard deviation. So we will rewrite this equation. R is equal to COVXY upon square root of v of x into square root of v of y, All of you getting? Because this is the relationship between standard deviation and variance. Now put up the values. The value of R is 0.28, COVXY is 3.36 upon under root V of X is 9 into under root V of Y. Now you need to calculate this value of V of Y, okay, basically, and if you solve all of this equation, then you will get the value of V of Y is equal to 16, okay. Are you getting? That's why here your correct answer should be 1, that is 16, okay. Expected value is defined as, now what is the meaning of expected value? What is the definition of it? The relative frequency with which an event will occur, the profit on a fair bet, the outcome that will occur on average for a given experiment, the most likely outcome of a given experiment. So students, what is the definition of this expected value? So students, expected value is nothing but a measure of center of probability distribution, okay. This is the measure of center of probability distribution, okay, and it represents long term average value of random variable, okay. It represents the long term average, okay, long term average value of random variable under study, okay. So students, it is weighted R, okay, of all possible values that random variable can take, where weights are nothing but the probabilities of those values which are occurring, okay. So that's why the expected value is nothing but the outcome that will occur on average for a given experiment, okay. That's why here your correct answer should be what? 3, okay. This is the outcome that will occur on average for a given experiment. So the average value of all the random variables, okay, that will occur as an outcome is nothing but what? The expected value, okay. Testing hypothesis. Now what is testing hypothesis? Whether it is a data analysis, data preparation, inferential statistics, descriptive statistics. So students, hypothesis is nothing but the expected outcome of the research, okay, and whenever you are testing this hypothesis, it means that you are going to test this expected outcome. So let us see basically all of these options. Data analysis. Now data analysis is the step in the research process. In this, basically we analyze the data. So in the analysis of data part, you edit the data, basically you code the data, okay, and whatever there are errors in the raw data, you remove those errors. So all of these things comes under data analysis. That's why testing hypothesis is not a data analysis. Data preparation is one of the step in data analysis. So in the data preparation, we make up the raw data into the organized data, okay, because we need this organized data for our data analysis process. So in data preparation, we convert this raw data into a completed form of data. So this option also gets eliminated, because in this step also we don't test the hypothesis. Now what is inferential statistics? Now this statistics is somehow the, you can say, a technique, okay, that we use to test numericals, and inferential statistics is a branch of statistics. In the inferential statistics, whatever the inferences that we make about the data, okay, we basically test these inferences. Inferences are nothing but what? The predictions, or the, you can say, the educated claim of the data, okay. So nothing but this is what? Hypothesis again. So by using this inferential statistics, or within a inferential statistics, we test this hypothesis, and for this we use different statistical techniques like t-test, chi-square test, f-test, ANOVA, etc. All of you getting. So that here your correct answer should be what? 3. And as we have seen earlier in previous sessions that in the testing hypothesis part, we test the null hypothesis against the alternative hypothesis. And whenever we get the results in favor with the alternative hypothesis, we reject the null hypothesis. And in this testing part, we assume that the statement of null hypothesis is true. Okay. Within the descriptive statistics, we basically describe the data. For example, by using the graphs, you can say, for example, measures of central tendency, measures of dispersion, all of these comes under descriptive statistics. But by using descriptive statistics, we don't test hypothesis. We just describe the data. Okay. The sum of the deviations of the items from arithmetic mean is. Okay. So students, whenever we take the deviations of the items from the arithmetic mean and we sum it, then what is the value of it? Maximum 0, minimum 1. So let us see one example. There is data from 1 to 10. Now the mean value of this data is 5. Okay. Now the deviations of the items from this arithmetic mean means what? The deviation of the data points from this arithmetic mean. Okay. So whenever you make the deviations of this arithmetic mean, okay, towards the items, it means that you minus or you subtract this mean value from each data point. So you will do 1 minus 5, 2 minus 5, 3 minus 5, okay, till 10 minus 5. And whenever you will get these values, okay, and you sum these values, then you will get the value which is equal to 0, because less than 5 values will be negative and more than 5 values will be positive. You can do this. Okay. So this positive and negative values will cancel with each other and you will get the value which is equal to 0. That's why here your correct answer is 2. So students, always remember the sum of the deviations of the data points from arithmetic mean is always 0. Okay. Compute the mode if mean is 4 and median is 6. Now they have given you the value of mean and value of median and they asked you to calculate the value of mode. Now students, whenever there is asymmetrical distribution, then in that case mode, mean and median are not equal to each other. So there is somehow the relationship between in these entities. So what is that? So that relationship is mode is equal to 3 into median minus 2 into mean. Okay. So now they wanted to calculate mode. So just put up the values of median and mean. 3 into 6 minus 2 into 4. Then if you calculate this, then you will get 10 value. So that's why if you see these options, your correct answer should be 10, that is 3. Okay. What is the correct format for reporting the ANOVA in a multiple regression? Whenever there is a multiple regression, then there is a format to report the ANOVA statistical technique. So what is the correct format for that? F under bracket 3, 89 is equal to 789.34, P less than 0.001, R square R raised to 2 is equal to 78%, F is equal to 278, P greater than 0.05, capital N is 23, P 0, F 963, R 12 minus 78.97, P greater than 0.001. So students, multiple regression means there are multiple dependent variables and there is only single one categorical independent variable and you need to measure the relationship between these. So this is called as what? Multiple regression, because there are multiple variables. Okay. So students, So in this regression technique, whenever you need to report the ANOVA or the basically the result that you get from the ANOVA, whenever you need to report it, then there is a format, and that format is f under bracket 3 under bracket 3 comma 89 is equal to 789.34 comma p less than 0.001. Now let us see all of these entities. So now this f denoted as f statistic. So this is the test. Okay, are you getting? So this is a test which tests the overall significance of regression model. Okay, all of you know that in ANOVA we do the f test. Okay, we do the f test in ANOVA. Okay, if you don't know, then understand this. So the parentheses in which the numbers are given, these are nothing but the degrees of freedom. So now this first number, that is 3, is nothing but a degree of freedom for regression, and this second number is the degree of freedom for residual. 789.34 is nothing but a calculated f statistic value. Okay, p is nothing but the p value. So now this p value is nothing but probability of observing test statistic as extreme as one calculated assume null hypothesis true. Okay, which is less than 0.001. So I hope now all of you understood this format. So this is the format that we use to report the ANOVA in a multiple regression. Okay, testing hypothesis is a. Now we have seen this question in this session only, but it was the PYQ that asked in 2019, but again they have asked in 2018 as well. Now you can understand that these PYQs are going to be repetitively asked. So now there are different options: data analysis, descriptive statistics, data preparation, inferential statistics. So now students, this question is homework to all of you, because I have told you the answer for this one in this session only. So this is the homework to all the students, and you need to give the answer for this question in the comment box to me. Okay, and if you have any doubt, you can also ask me. So students, thank you for watching this session. I hope all of you understood everything whatever I have taught you in this session. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment box.